Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I begin to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how or if this message is showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's jump right into the stones to see what's happening out here in the cosmos. Uh, and for starters, I would like to say the way the stones are falling, uh, it's like a thread of consciousness. Uh, Almost like the northern lights permeating over the paradigm. And your spirit guides or your ancestor stones are kicking in here, highlighting the fact that you are indeed a healer, very intuitive by nature. And this intuition is very particular. It seems like the role and the way that it shows up very loudly is in your community. When you're around people is when your intuition is heightened, as if you can read the aura of people. And what's quite unique here is the wisdom that comes to you inadvertently by way of your contact with certain energies. And what's showing up here to me is that you're coming in contact with people that are starting to understand or starting to seek this otherworldly energy. And you have it. You have this wisdom. And the second thing I'm seeing here about your wisdom touching the community is that you are like a library for those who are in need or desiring and have a hunger for something otherworldly, something that is an alternative way of thinking and being. And you have it, and it's very active. So for those of you who are in search of a community, those of you who are longing for purpose in the way that you show up in your purest way, this is what your spirit guide is speaking to. It is closer than you think. It is quite near and dear. Because one way you will be able to acknowledge this type of energy, these type of people, it will activate a certain degree of power within you, highlighting and solidifying the connection that you have to the other world. It's almost as if you're on a slide, is what I'm seeing here. And at the top, you may feel alone. You are alone, aside from the lifeguard or the orchestrator who's about to send you down. But as you go down this landslide, one end you will meet the very people that are at the bottom, waiting on you to touch the waters. And on the other end is what I'm seeing here is that you're at the top of the peak within your paradigm. You are the leader here, looking over the landscape above of the current consciousness. And as you birth yourself through the canal. What you will find here is that this other world that you are radiating on is as if this highly charged energy that is very similar to what you are embodying is trying to push you down the landslide. But what's striking you a bit here is that your mind is having a bit of difficulties making sense of it all. Because consciously, you may seem a bit out of place. You may not find many people who are thinking the way you do, who have this heightened intuition like you have. But this is due to the fact that you haven't necessarily made it down the slide yet. And as you stand above, you are quite literally in two worlds. And the reason why is because of the frequency of your energy. It's so heightened and it's so elevated. It is connecting you cross-dimensionally. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. And by you staying here at the top of the slide, it's as if you're absorbing all of these other worldly energies and information in a very positive way, because it is giving you a certain avenue of creativity here that's coming from the other side. Other world, out of this world is what I'm seeing here. And you can't make sense of it because you haven't transferred it yet. The transference is you going down this slide into the paradigm that you live in. You're not quite there yet. And as you stand at the top of this slide, what's also unique here is that these energies and these highly calibrated streams of consciousness are still moving in these in the dimension of the other world that your elevated energy is kind of in the midst of. But due to the protective fold that you being a human still entitles you, you're not necessarily able to process fully some of these highly charged information because it will malfunction your system due to the frequencies of these information being tapped into other sources. It doesn't work. And the higher energy knows that. And they don't want to disrupt the thread of consciousness and disrupt your world so much that you won't be able to be okay, that you won't be able to be a part of this paradigm. They're not going to do that. So there is an energetic protection allowing you to gain and to receive many downloads, highly charged information, while also protecting you against some other very charged informations that are moving through here and behind this veil of highly charged information I can see here. It's like a wall is being put up, leaving you give me 1 second. I'm downloading information here. What I'm hearing your spirit guides say is that you're able to receive classified information. It's highly classified. And you have to be at a certain energetic threshold or certain energetic level to be able to reach this classified information. It's as if, like the government system, you have to have a certain clearance to get certain information, and you made it through a level 1 of this clearance. But I can also see there's another level here. And behind this veil that your energy is picking up on is an obstacle in this other world. I'm very interested to see they're protecting you from it, but you're close enough to pick up on it. This may be influencing your energy. This may be influencing your thought process. This may even disrupt, cause some dysfunction in your thinking, in your sleep pattern is what I'm getting. What is this obstacle that's behind the veil in the other world that the collective may be picking up on about? Give me 1 second, guys. Very interesting. The cards that came out were family issues, ancient wisdom, and subspace dimension. Very interesting. Okay, let me process this for you guys. Energetically speaking, you're in 2 dimensions. One being in the other world, and you haven't necessarily integrated this knowledge and wisdom in the paradigm that you live in yet, because they're funneling certain aspects of this information to you without giving you the full meal. They can't do it because it contains ancient wisdom. You're getting fragmented pieces of it. And they're careful enough not to fully open you up or to give you this clearance to the next level, because it goes into a subspace dimension. This will warp or interrupt the homeostasis or the equilibrium of things in the current consciousness. I know this is highly eclectic. This goes into a different dimension in terms of quantum information. However, this is what they're relaying to me. And the reason why they're find it important that they funnel some of this information to you, because it has to do with family issues. There's information around your lineage, around your ancestry, that is being funneled to you in increments, in thin strands is what I'm seeing here. And this information is highly charged. Some of you may be picking up or dealing with family issues at this time, is one of the messages that I'm seeing here. And it has to do with the fact that there has been generational issues that have permeated your lineage without being resolved. And by you being elevated and doing the work that you've done on yourself, it has given you the baton. The baton has been passed to you in an attempt for this family issue to be addressed. This is why on the opposite side is your creativity, kicking in here on an extraterrestrial level, on an otherworldly level, so that you can be sophisticated enough to handle the complex issues that permeate the path. That's what this message is about. Some of these issues that are running in your family runs deep. It runs heavy. Dysfunction, whether it be surrounding mental health, whether it be around abuse, whether it be around, the information can go deep. However, you're standing above, at the edge of this slide, pulling in all of these downloads and information as an attempt to give you the platform and the information needed to see the issue from a larger scale without it being so personal, even though it is, while also granting you the creative thought process to be able to solve it. That's what's going on with you being in this highly elevated space. It's for a purpose, it's for a reason. And once you gain both of these very particular skill sets of knowledge and information in your hand, one surrounding your family issues and one surrounding the clarity or the creativity that is needed to help solve you, it will cement you into your power. This is what's causing you to be in a space that requires you to be isolated, requires you to be to yourself while these heavy energies are moving through you without you knowing. Yeah, some of you may even have these issues at your front door right now. But you're being given the mat to go down this slide more gently, more smoothly, with a little bit more grace, without it ripping and tearing your skin as you go down. Yeah, and this mat is your power, guiding you to the paradigm in which you live in, heading you towards your community, connecting you to the very people that are dealing with these very same issues, that are people who are familiar with this energetic bandwidth that comes from the other world. This makes your energy very unique. This is a part of the reason why you are different, why you stick out as a maverick in the way that you do. You're on a different mission. And you're here to be a leader, granting the wisdom and information on how to solve these matters. Because as you sit up here in the sky, as you sit up here in the space, your mind is churning, getting all sorts of information about how to solve it. And you must be mindful of that. That's one thread of information that is on this thread of consciousness that I'm downloading. And the other message on this thread of consciousness that I'm seeing here speaks to what this will do for the paradigm once you make your way down. Because what it is about healing your energy. Though it is different, it is healing the consciousness in waves, like a tsunami coming over the consciousness, making it anew. And the information will rattle people initially. Yeah, you cannot expect this information to flow you can't expect it to flow seamlessly like water through you. However, when the wave hits the rocks, oh, it is not as pretty. And you can expect this when you come in contact with people, as you step out into the open, as you forge these new connections, reintegrate yourself back into your community. Expect you and your energy to be received just like a wave hitting a rock, splashing, breaking ground, triggering the sequence of things. But know that this is a part of your healing journey, and don't be confused when it happens. It's going to happen, pushing you further into action, because this is who you are. This is what you're about. This is your mission, because you are devoted to this path. You chose it, and you know this, giving you your identity, giving you a home front of why you're here. Period. Whew, that was a highly charged message. That second message came through like a wave. And if you're still here with me in tonight's healing circle, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how or if this message is showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to shift off of this current stream of consciousness to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to share with you all today. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective at this time? Okay. The cards that came out, give me 1 second, they're piled on top of each other. Feeling, energy, intuition, and commitment. Yeah. This has to do with as everything goes on in the cosmos and moves through you, you could feel that energy. The sensitivity of your nature, of your being, is not like any other. And it's hard to articulate what you're feeling. You may need to rest at random times of the day. You may have to find yourself taking a lunch break at mid-shift. Because the wave that comes through you due to the threads of energy, you can feel that. Your intuition taps you in and clocks you in without you having a 9 to 5. Because the energies that are moving through the cosmos aren't on the same timeline trajectory. It's not the same time. So as you can go through these highly charged energy, you understand that you do have a commitment. One, to yourself and taking care of yourself, but also processing and giving yourself the proper care as these energies are moving through you. And quite uniquely, they're moving me back to this. I didn't even see these stones piled up here. They're jumping me back into the spread, saying to me that the radical changes that you may experience may strike you, a nerve within you. Always changing things, always changing situations, changing jobs, changing friends, change. Some of you are in constant change. And you may be feeling like there is something wrong with you. But it's more to do with the light that you're carrying and the acceleration of this light. Because it's on more so a nature timeline. It's in alignment with the energetic frequency of nature. And the acceleration is quite swift. It's quite fast. Because the knowledge and the sophistication of this inner information is coming like light, flashing through you, giving you an abundant of a boatload of work that you didn't even realize that you signed up for. This is like as you signed up for an AP class or a college class in high school. You may know that you signed up for it, getting a boost in your GPA, advancing you and preparing you for college. But when the work hits, when the class starts and the amount of work that you get, you're like, wait a minute. This is exactly how this information is moving through you. It's advanced. It's collegiate. It's on a different level. But what you don't understand and see is that the energy of your core frequency is radiating on this same energetic frequency. Yeah. And the wisdom that you have is quite intelligent. You probably matured faster than others. It's because you saw things and could receive and see through things quite swiftly. This is why. And you're starting to see your journey materialize as you maturate, as you mature, as you progress through your spiritual journey. You're getting clarity around who you are and what you're here to deliver. And though all these energies may be a bit exhaustive at times, just know that this is for the energetic consciousness and the role that you're playing at this particular time in the cosmos. You're a very key player. And the frequency of your energy is like LeBron. You're in the Olympics. Yeah, you're not on a low level. You mastered many different challenges and many different situations. And now you're in the stands, in the arena with the greats. And now you have to play like the greats. You read like the greats, using your energies like the giants. And all this is a lot, and it's a lot of weight, and it's a lot of energetic frequencies moving through you. The biggest challenge is integrating this in the paradigm that you live in, and knowing that you're not going to be on the same wavelengths as your counterparts, and you're not meant to be. You're here for a higher mission and a higher purpose, and your spirit guides are going to ensure the fulfillment of it. Period. All right, you guys, I'm going to take this time to come down from the clouds. Thank you all for being here. I hope these messages have resonated with you. For those of you who pulled this in, thank you all for joining me in tonight's Healing Circle. And what I will do at this time, I will close out tonight's Healing Circle, and I will see you all at the next